Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion, and also Halafor.
Hello.
So today, since we've hit level 45, although I'm technically 46 now because I leveled up while doing the class quests, we're going to kickstart the Volume 2 epic story, which delves into Moria and allows us to get a legendary weapon. And then we're going to head back to Angmar to finish off the rest of that. But it's always worth getting a legendary item soon after you've hit 45, as soon as you can be that way inclined, but it's certainly worth picking it up earlier rather than later, because it is essentially like a level 51 weapon which you can have as soon as 45, so it's a massive DPS increase.
With scalable DPS as well beyond
With
that.
scalable DPS, yes. So we're going to talk to Bob Efnir outside the House of Elrond in Rivendell. He's going to give us a quest to talk to Elrond and basically clue us up as to what Frodo's quest is going to be. Even though since we've kind of encountered them before as part of the storyline, that we kind of have some inkling what they're up to. So we're going to go upstairs on the right hand side and into the library. And then teabag Elrond.
It's right underneath the staircase, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Okay, so he's given us a quest then to talk to Frodo, Pippin and Sam. Now this will vary depending on your race. What race you are determines which members of the Fellowship you kind of speak to and kind of like hear their thoughts and opinions on the matter. So as Hobbit it's Frodo, Pippin, Sam. Can you remember what it was for man?
Whereas whilst I did it, I go and speak to Boromir and Aragon, and that consisted of Aragon then telling me to go to speak to Gandalf to discuss which way the Fellowship was going to take, whether it was going to be over Talcahathras down to the Gap of Rohan, or the third way that they mysteriously discuss. The conversation with Boromir revolves around Boromir being restless about sitting in Rivendell and not getting in on the action because he's a man of action, as we all know. And he basically wants to go out and kill some things with the Sentinels of Rivendell, but they say, nah, they've got this, we don't need help from you. And he gets a bit irate about this, so he has you go tell great feats about how, mighty Gondor and men are to a couple of the lorists in the Hall of Fire in Rivendell.
So Hobbits have kind of got it easy because all three of my people I need to speak to are downstairs inside the guest room, so I've just done that. So we need to look for Frodo's notes at the Imdalen lookout, which should be on the hill where Arwen is. We need to bring Sam's coin purse to Graffin, who I think's an elf near the stables, just to, pay him back for some kind deeds that he's done in the meantime.
A strange fate.
And to talk to Elrond, because Pippin has acquired a walking stick, which is not a walking stick. I can't remember what he was using. It's some kind of precious artifact from like an ancient age or something, isn't it?
I don't play Hobbit, so you tell me.
Oh, there we go. It's the Sceptre of Animinus. So, slightly important item from years gone by. Pippin borrowed the Sceptre of Animinus thinking it was a complimentary walking stick, and now Elrond is pissed off. Oh.
I wonder why.
This is why Gandalf spends most of Fellowship of the Ring muttering hobbits under his breath.
And full of a toque.
Yeah. Oh, I need to go actually speak to Pippin again before I go out. So this is where we go. Pippin, you're a bloody moron. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity. It's getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but whatever. There we are.
Hello there.
So now we need to find where he's put it, because he's just left it somewhere. As you do. I mean, you'd think if he thought it's a walking stick, he'd at least bring it home with him. You wouldn't just leave it out in the middle of nowhere, really. Okay, so if I just deactivate the main quest, and we should be vectored towards all three. So yeah, one's on the lookout where Arwen is, on the north side of town. One is near the forges, and the third one is also near the forges. That's nice and easy. So I think we'll go up to the top of the hill first. Can you remember what the objectives were for the man one?
I did
Just
grab
that,
the man
yeah.
one. Yeah. And as far as Bjornings go, given that they were added afterwards, they have the same as the men essentially. The two quests are, I think it's the 3 ways, and I think it's the strength of men. So 3 ways for Aragorn, strength of men for Boromir. And then the elves and the dwarfs also share the same racial ones. And if I remember right, consists of talking to Gimli, who then tells you to talk to Gloin. And I think Legolas just has you talk to a few elves around Rivendell. But I can't remember. It's been a while since I did an elf.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of rolling elves or dwarves myself. I only have one of each, just for completion's sake. Everything else is a hobbit or a man. Or a woo man.
Well, most of mine are all race of men, but that's just because I think that, 1, men are the best race to play as, and 2, the other ones are a bit annoying. Solution.
But they don't have hairy feet and the cuteness factor.
Yeah, that's not a positive for playing hobbits. That is a reason to avoid playing hobbits.
So kawaii desu!
No, there's well cuter races in other MMOs.
Like Asurans.
Yeah.
Stunned silence.
Okay. If you think Asurans are cute, we might have another problem.
Right, so there's Arwen. Arwen's found Frodo's note, so she says we can take those back. So back down the hill to the forges. But yeah, the gist of these quests, basically, the Fellowship is on the verge of departing, so, making everyone happy, preparing them ready to go, helping them with their decisions. And just before we go, actually, we do actually see them saying farewell to Rivendell. Even though technically in the game, because they're still needed for other purposes, they will still be visible in Rivendell. Because it's the pre-phasing technology they introduced much later in the game's lifespan. Okay, so we're behind the forges now, and the scepter is on one of these rocks, so we should be able to jump up here. There we go, unusual walking stick.
That's one way of saying it, isn't it? Rather unusual.
It is unusual, it's covered in gems and all that kind of stuff, but no, Pippin still didn't just get it. And the third guy we need to speak to is literally down here by the forges, so we'll just jump off the cliff.
Pretty certain the weaponsmiths make a flawless scepter of Enuminus later on, and for one of their relic vendors things.
It would not surprise me, and I'm going to be really lazy and cheat and move myself back across. Save some time. Oh, I can't go inside. It just brings me to the entrance. Okay, still a bit of walking. Okay, so back in the guest room. Actually need to bring the scepter up to Elrond.
Is there something I can do for you?
There we go. Frodo's happy.
What do you need?
Sam's happy. Archie can
Everybody's
How do you
happy.
can talk to Pippin, but I still need to take the scepter back upstairs anyway. So everyone's happy except Elrond, who is probably going to bill Pippin for the damage he's caused. It could be worse. He could have left with it, or they probably lost it in Moria or something.
Oh yeah, that'd have made it,
Yeah, it'd just be another one of those lost relics in Lord of the Rings that get lost for ages.
Yeah.
Dark days are coming.
Okay, so that's done then. So now we get the quest, The Fellowship Departs, which is where we have a little instance to watch them off. We're going to get a pocket item, Mark of the Fellowship. Not really useful to me. A choice of health or morale potions.
Not really useful to anyone, if we're honest.
Yeah. Even back in the day, I don't think that was particularly great.
No.
But
It was better.
yeah, let's jump in here then.
The household of Elrond Half-Elven gather to bid farewell to 9 brave adventurers entrusted with a secret task which could mean the salvation or doom of Middle-earth. I, Gandalf the Grey, must lead them along dark roads.
Okay, so after that narration from Gandalf then, so the Fellowship is all arranged outside the house there. We even have Bill the Pony. We'll be seeing more of him in later levels.
A legend that he is.
The legend of Bill the Pony. Okay, so we have to talk to Frodo. Frodo's going to give a little monologue. You take care of yourself, Frodo. Adventuring is dangerous business. Bilbo should know this thing. It is, but look at all the help I'll have.
You go out your front door, and if you don't keep your feet, you'll never know where you'll end up.
The Mines of Moria. You're doomed.
Yeah.
You're right, Frodo. You can't go wrong with a Took, a Brandy Buck and a Gamgee. You can totally go wrong with a Took. Solid hobbits all.
Morons.
Yeah, solid morons all. Yes, well done. Now we to talk to Aragorn, Samwise and Meriadoc. And again, I think that varies by race as well.
No, you talk to everyone.
Do you talk to everyone? Okay. Let's do Aragorn first then. Andril will go to Minas Tirith, but my road follows that of the company for many leagues.
You, in the Evendim arc, you actually reforged Andril, didn't you? The Flame of the West.
Did, yes.
I remember getting drafted for a quick splat sesh through the instance for that one.
Yeah, that's a long quest chain, that one. But that's a major deviation that the films did as well, was that in the films Elrond only decided to reforge it in Return of the King and then conveniently brought it to Aragorn. But in the books, yeah, Aragorn had it from day one when he departed from Rivendell.
Yeah, because he always had by that point he'd always planned and accepted to become, or at least try to become the king.
Okay, so we speak to Sam. Sam says, you're in for it now, same as we are, Bill. Got to look after each other, we do, so another bromance begins.
Just goes to show you what the power of bonus is like, because, Aragorn wanted Arwen, and, Elrond was basically like, nah, not unless you, vanquish the evil of Mordor and become the reunited king of, Gondor and Arnor, and Aragorn was just like, yeah, alright then.
Incentive.
The power of bonus is strong in this one.
Yes. Okay, talk to Merry. Come on, Pip, it's almost time to go. I'm ready. I was just saving my energy, Merry. That's a bit unusual for Pippin to be saving his energy. He's normally like ADHD hobbit. Boromir. Are we ready to at last leave? I'll be glad to put this waiting behind us.
Told you he was impatient.
He's always impatient.
Man of action.
Blows the horn of Gondor. Always do I wind my horn at setting forth, let the enemy quake at its call.
Yep, and that's not a euphemism.
That was ill done, Boromir. The strength of the company's errand is in its secrecy, says Elrond.
Papa Elrond, slapping everyone on the wrist.
Why should we creep in darkness and in fear? We are not thieves. Yet we must leave like thieves, Boromir, or risk detection. Because, we're in the hidden valley of Rivendell, so who's going to hear the bloody horn anyway? But whatever.
It's not even that hidden as well when, when all's said and done.
Well, not really in the game, but yeah.
No, but even in lore, anyone who, someone knows where Rivendell fucking is.
Pretty much. I need to watch them depart, but surely I need to speak to somebody first. Have I bugged?
Don't believe so. I believe after that bit the company should just depart.
I think I'm supposed to talk to Gandalf or something at the very end, but nobody's moving. Awkward. Is there nobody I can interact with?
Yeah, has Gandalf not said after Gandalf chimes Boromir, has he not said come here and
no,
talk to him?
I'm pretty sure I need to talk to Gandalf next, but it's bugged, so I think I might have to jump out and start again.
Gandalf and then Elrond, I think, to finish it.
Yeah. Cue a quick cut. There we go, we can talk to Gandalf this time. The company is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom.
Don't give it away, bro.
Yeah, spoilers. I ask no oath or bond of you save Frodo alone. You go with him as free companions. And then Gimli says, any who abandon Frodo will answer to my axe. He loves his axe, doesn't he? A fool vows to walk any road when he knows not where it winds, Gimli.
Son of Gloin.
Yeah. So, that's how you trust a dwarf, isn't it? So you use their patronymic. Such a vow might lend the fool courage to strengthen his heart if strength it needed. No one says, rely upon each other now and take what counsels you can. Go now and with the blessings of all free folk. Farewell. Come on, Bill. And then everyone heads off. Farewell, sweet Imladris. You will stay always in my memory. And Merry and Pippin have forgot to start walking. And you, Gandalf, come on. You're coming too. It's bloody bugged again, isn't it?
I can't see your screen.
Oh! God damn it! I was pretty sure the next step is talk to Elrond.
Elrond should be the finisher.
But Merry and Pippin aren't moving and Gandalf ain't moving. Gandalf, we need to get you a wheelchair, mate. Oh god, right. Quick cut again. Okay, so it's worked this time. We can actually talk to Elrond. It's going to say they're beyond my aid. You know, screw those guys. Bye. So I can hand that in. And so the company departs. May the stars shine upon their road's end. It won't, because there's loads of, you know, Sauron-induced clouds. Pippin's already said I'm hungry. I have to chuck an apple in his face.
That was a classic moment, that.
I just like how they paid that off later in the films where, you know, he finds an apple and he's like, who threw that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a classic throwback. Anyway.
Dark days are coming.
I'll take the health potions. That completes the foreword.
Strange
Worth noting as well, the foreword chain is completely optional. We don't have to do that to do Volume 2, Book 1, but since it's quite lore related, we figured we'd do it anyway. So now we need to head off to do Volume 2, Book 1 proper. So if I zoom out on the map, so where we're going to head is south of the Troll Shores. There is the region called Eregion. And in the very southeast of Eregion there's a place called Eregion, which is just outside the walls of Moria, and that's where the Volume 2 book storyline starts. But we haven't been to Eregion yet since it starts about level 48 for quests, so it's something we... The quests are 48, but they're pretty easy, so you can do them earlier. You can quite happily go there 45.
It is one of my favourite areas to do. Very lore related, very nice area. Quests are nice, and there's a good flow through the area. Not to mention that it works quite nice that you come out of doing the Walls of Moria. You go in at level 45, you come out at 46 because you know you do all the quests in there, and then it's a simple run through Eregion to get you up to 50, and then you just walk back into Moria. It just feels nice, flows well.
Oh, I tend to head there usually about 47, 48, because you normally get like about 3-4 levels of XP, depending on if you're using a lot of blue bar or not. So
I don't know. That last time I did it, I got about 6 levels coming through it. I went into Moria at like 51, 52.
In recent days, yeah, because they've made it a hell of a lot easier to get XP in that, and you do level a lot faster, so yeah. But we're going to head down there off camera and meet you guys there.